Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda, and today we're going to be looking at my reading journal. I'm not going to take a lot of time up front to talk about this. We're just going to jump right in and go over everything that's in here and the stuff that I'm going to be adding to and changing and all of that stuff. So let's go. Okay, as you can see, I did a live stream where I set up these pages. If you saw that, then you saw me do that. I have done absolutely nothing after that with this, and I've decided even that I'm not even going to do this anymore. Like, I'm not going to put the books in there in that same way. I do have an idea of what I want to do with them, but they're not going to be like this. And so all I'm doing here is I'm going to put the stats in here, and what Ashley suggested actually during the live stream, because I was talking about I didn't know how to do the stats, how I was going to do the stats. And she suggested that I print out the actual stat charts from my call pile that I really like how they look and put those in here. So I think that's what I'm going to do going forward, is I'm going to have one page that just has the month and then room for me to put those copies of the stat things. So that is what this is. And then I did this that night because my plan was, I had only read 4 books at that time, and my plan was to keep going, and put them all in here. Like I said, that is not what is happening. What I did was print these out, and I'm actually going to go through, I printed out the Magical Creatures Readathon for the month of June, but I'm trying to simplify things, especially in the month of June, because that's the month that we're going to be transitioning from one house to the next. So this Magical Creatures Readathon is not going to be done. This is for the summer, so it's June, July, and August. So I will be working on that. This is the only thing I'm doing for June. Let me get this stuff out of the way, at least get us a clearer background. So this I will explain in a second. This is the only thing I'm doing for June, which I just created that on Canva. This is my r/fantasy bingo card, and this lasts the whole year. So I'm just going to stick this in my book and then mark things off as I get to them. This has no timeline, but this is the Read the World Challenge. And I'm going to be starting here with the Z's in Zimbabwe and work my way around to Afghanistan. So that's the way I've decided to do it, just because I still want to go in order, but a couple of the other people are doing alphabetical from A, and so I just thought I would start it with C, and then we're not all reading the same books at the same time. So anyway, that is where I am on that. Again, this has no timeline, but I want to put it in my journal so that I can mark them off as I finish each country. And then these are the current books that I have read. You can see I printed them off much smaller than these here. And so I want to be able to put them in here and write something about them, but I don't want them to take up so much space that I have 4 lines to write. Like, I want to have more room than that to talk about these. So this was just the next 8 books that I read. I have finished 2 more since then, but I don't have them printed out. I did decide for now to just put my money right there, which I will do something with that soon as well. So that's where we are right now in what I'm going to do. So I'm going to leave about 4 pages blank here so that I can do these, because I think I can get 3 of these on each page, and that'll give me room to add 12 more books, which there's only 5 days left in the month right now, so I shouldn't finish that many more books. Okay, so after gluing this one down, my thing ran out and I do not have any more refills. So until I get some more refills, I can't really stick this down in here, but I got everything else done. So I'm going to just move ahead and go back over here and write down my thoughts and draw these numbers in here and do all that stuff now. Well, I'm not going to write down my thoughts, I don't think, just yet. I need to get them all together. I've been keeping notes on the computer, but I want to think about them a little bit more before I write them down. So maybe at the end of May, I'll come back and do this. So I'm going to leave this where it is now, and I'm going to go back over here to this page and see what needs to be done with this section of my reading journal. If you have not been here before, this is the beginning of 2022. All of this is last year. I started in January, and this is how I used to track. I would just write down the book, the title, the author, and anything else about it that I wanted to track. And this changed not each month, but this changed throughout the months, what I was tracking and what I wasn't. And then I took each of the titles and I put them here. Oh, I also highlighted them based on genre, which I had broken down here at the front. So these are the genres, and then I would highlight everything based on the genre. These are my 5 stars that were separately highlighted. So anyway, and I did that through the whole year. Let's see, and then we got to, this is December, I think. I was putting, okay, the end of September, the beginning of October, the end of October, the beginning of November, and then this is December. And I started printing them out a little bit bigger, so it actually took and I just finished out December down here, so that was it. And that was the end of that year. I left a blank page, and then we jumped right into 2022. So I am doing an NPR challenge, which if you've been here for any length of time, you already know about this, but these are the eye-opening reads. I only left enough boxes here to get me through 2020 because I didn't know that 2021 would be ready. So 2021 is right here on this page. The rest of the pages, I left room for 2021. So here's where I am right now, Tales from Around the World. I've DNF'd the 2017 book. So I have 2018, 19, 20, and 21 left to go on this, Tales from Around the World. This is everything else that I've read. And I'm currently reading the 2018 book that's going to go here when I'm done with it. Then on this page, it's Family Matters. That's the next section, and I've got 2013 to 2021 boxes for all of them. Then I have Seriously Great Reads, and I have 2013 to 2021. And that's all that I think I'm going to get through this year. I may not even get this far this year, but those are all the spreads for the NPR that I made. Then I have the 100 best fantasy books that Klaus made a list of all the 100 best fantasy. So every time I read one of those, I come in here and circle that off. So I have finished 30 of them and I still have 70 to go. This is my J.D. Robb In Death books. Every time I finish one of these, I come in here and highlight that. And I always leave a little pencil mark, which I don't even know if you can see it right here next to the color that I'm on. And so I have finished 2 books since then. I have finished Born in Death, and so that would be the blue color, and then the next color will be the green color, and that is Innocent in Death. And then I will just take my pencil and make a little mark next to the orange color, so I'll know when I come back that's where I am on the orange. Okay, I have finished quite a few Journey to the Dark Tower books, only because 2 of them were short stories. So, after Desperation, I read The Regulators, and then I read Wizard and Glass, and then I read the 2 short stories. One was Everything's Eventual, and the other was The Little Sisters of Eluria. Okay, so I am getting closer to the bottom. I'm definitely more than halfway through my journey to the Dark Tower. Then I have all the Tamara Pierce read-throughs. Okay, so the last book that I read in the Tortall world was Mastiff. I am just going to write that here. And then I have read one book so far in the new Circle universe, and that is Sandry's book. So, you can't tell as easily over here, but I do think I'm more than halfway done with Tamara Pierce books as well. Then we have Stephen Graham Jones, who continues to write books. As fast as I'm reading them, it feels like the next story is already coming out. So, it's going to take a minute for me to get caught up with everything that he's got. Okay, so I have a few of these that I have finished that I need to add to this list. I finished Sterling City and the Elvis Room. I think I'm going to have to end up adding another another page for Stephen Graham Jones. I don't have My Heart is a Chainsaw on here, and I finished that before some of these others, so I don't know how I missed this. So these are definitely not in the order that I read them, and really it doesn't matter because that's not what the point of this is, but I only have room for 5 more books. Maybe 7 if I squeeze 2 more in down here, and then that's it. So I don't know. Anyway, if you haven't been here, I'm not using this page for anything, and then we get into my Bookopoly board, and from there we get into the months like I've already shown you. So that is all the updates and everything that I have right now for my journal. I am, as you can see, I'm still in the process of figuring out what's going to come next and how I'm going to use all these pages. I definitely want to add more decorations to these, and then I left some blank here you can see for extra books, but I want to go through and decorate these up and at least pull in some more washi tape and write the numbers like I did over there. So I think I'll take some time. Maybe I'll do that on a live stream as well. I don't know. I want some time to be able to sit and think about them. Maybe a live stream is not the best time to do that. But anyway, let me know what you guys do for your journals. I would love to find some more inspiration. Where do you find ideas and where do you come up with that kind of stuff for your journals? If you keep a journal, I would like to know. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.